Aerospace engineers are clamoring for the next huge leap into the future. The Starship's technology isn't quite there yet, but they're heading for the far future. But how will they go about it? What have SpaceX and NASA been up to? Some claim that Elon Musk, SpaceX, and NASA have recently revealed a new warp drive spacecraft that is out of this world. Let's look at it more closely. A warp drive, also known as a drive that permits a starship to travel faster than light, is a fictional superluminal spacecraft propulsion engine that has appeared in science fiction works, most notably Star Trek, and is the subject of ongoing physics research. The concept of warp drive was first conceived by John W. Campbell in his 1957 novel Islands of Space, and it was popularized by the Star Trek television series. It's a hypothetical application of the Alcubierre Drive, which is a theoretical solution to the field equations of the general theory of relativity. This needs a quick rundown of the Alcubierre Drive. The Alcubierre Drive, Alcubierre warp drive, or Alcubierre metric is a speculative warp drive idea proposed by theoretical physicist Michel Alcubierre during his PhD study at the University of Wales, Cardiff, that is based on a solution of Einstein's field equations in general relativity, and by which a spacecraft could achieve apparent faster-than-light travel if a configurable energy density. Rather than flying faster than light inside a local reference frame, a starship would traverse distances by compressing space in front of it and expanding space behind it, resulting in effective faster-than-light travel. Objects cannot accelerate to the speed of light in regular spacetime. Instead, the Alcubierre Drive modifies space around an item to allow it to reach its goal quicker than light when in normal space without violating any physical laws. Unlike photons, solids having non-zero rest mass cannot move at the speed of light, according to Einstein's special relativity theory. The problem with a material object going faster than light is that it would require an infinite amount of kinetic energy to do it. Warp drives are one of the science fiction tropes that allow stories set on a cosmic scale to overcome this fiction constraint. Space warp, on the other hand, has been criticized as illogical and has been linked to a variety of other rubber science concepts that do not fit into our current understanding of physics, such as antigravity and negative mass. On the other hand, it hasn't stopped scientists from giving the notion serious consideration. In an email to William Shatner, a well-known science fiction author and actor known for his work on Star Trek, Alcubierre stated that the word used in the program had a direct influence on his notion, referencing the warp drive of science fiction in his 1994 essay. To go to Andromeda, our nearest big galaxy, it would take 2.5 million light-years. Even if humanity could develop a ship that could travel faster than light, our travel options would be restricted. It's a lot easier now, but it's still annoying. As you are well aware, the universe is vast. Could we, on the other hand, design a ship that travels faster than the speed of light? Harold White, a NASA scientist and the head of the Advanced Propulsion Team, oversaw the space agency's efforts to determine whether a faster-than-light warp drive is feasible, and if so, how to build one. He produced a model and design for a starship like the Enterprise from Star Trek. White oversaw an interferometer experiment designed to evaluate such an influence at the nanoscale. The data was ambiguous, and the scientists noted that while a non-zero or non-confirming influence was observed, the difference may have been caused by other causes. In other words, more information is needed. The experiment's failure does not rule out the potential of warp bubbles. It's also possible that we're attempting to identify them in an inefficient manner. Nonetheless, the fact that we're still attempting to figure out whether or not a warp bubble can form demonstrates how much work remains to be done before we can use the effect for space travel. The ship concept was more of a publicity gimmick than a demonstration of capabilities, but the implications of a warp bubble allowing for fractional light speed flying are enormous. Despite its relatively near proximity to the Sun, Mars' global magnetosphere is weaker than Earth's because it has lost its inner dynamo, which has dramatically diminished the magnetosphere, the source of so much radiation reaching the surface. This, combined with the thin atmosphere of the Martian surface, allows a substantial amount of ionizing radiation to reach it. All of this would generate incentives to reduce spacecraft travel times as much as possible. Successfully developed warp drives or similar technology will provide this in spades. And with that being said, it's time to end our video. What are your views about this? Let us know in the comments. Like this video and make sure to subscribe to the channel for more amazing videos like this. We'll see you in the next video.